I remember this day, one day in high school, when I used to be in high school, either 11th or 12th grade year. Our school was having a Black History program. It was around February, of course. We were celebrating Black History, as all schools should do. And they were putting on a show, either a play, poems, people doing songs, just different things to celebrate Black History Month. And I remember sitting in the audience watching. And there was this white boy in front of me, kind of like a row in front of me, maybe 2 seats over to the right. And he was talking to his friend, and I overheard them. And he actually questioned, I remember him asking, why do Black people get a whole month? As in, why is Black History Month important? And it really made me think. Back then I couldn't really come up with an answer, but now I can. So why is Black History important? And why do we have a month? Black history is important for a lot of reasons. And to get back to his confusion and why he actually asked the question. A lot of people are very clueless about stuff like this. And it's not all white people. I'm not trying to generalize them, but a lot of them are very clueless about it. Even some Black people are clueless about it. Why is Black history important? Why is our history important? And all this confusion about it can just boil down to how blind society can be and how lost it can be to just things that are going on. And white people in particular, some of them are blind to this. They don't see the fact that everything is always about them. So some of them probably wonder, why don't we have a month? Like, you don't have a month because the rest of the year is always about you. You don't need to even label it like a white history month. That doesn't even sound right, because everything is always white. And that goes down to everything. Movies, TV shows, representation. They get the jobs, they have the power. So that's definitely one reason to explain their blindness to it. The fact that some white people are blind to that just shows you their privilege, because they can be blind to it. The fact that you can't even be blind to something like that everything's just always about you, that just shows privilege. It screams privilege. Black History Month is something that is very needed. It's very important for not just Black people, but for everyone. So many things can be learned from just looking into our history and seeing different things that happen, seeing how far we've come, seeing the things we had to battle, the things we had to fight, the things we had to go through, and kind of the events that led to where we are today. Black history is important because we can learn from it, just like any history, and also so we don't repeat it, just like any history. Black history is important to guide us. It's important to know how to get through certain things. Black history is important for us to know how to change and know what we need to change. Black history is important for so many reasons, as I said before. And those were some good ones, but there are many more. And going back to my school story, I think about that sometimes, and just it makes me wonder about how many people in this world are just so blind. White people in particular, not all, but a lot of y'all, and too many of y'all are really blind to your privilege. You're really blind to the things that you get to have. the things that are kind of handed to you, the things that are easier for you, to the point where you have to question Black History Month. It's literally just 1 month, and it's the shortest month in the year. You shouldn't be asking, why is there a Black History Month, or why do Black people get an entire month? What you should be asking is, why do we need to make a month in the first place? Why did we need to claim an entire month just for Black people? If you really go deeper into that question, you might find yourself figuring out some things that you never knew before. Opening your mind to things that you never noticed before, that's been in your face the entire time. Black history is there so we don't forget what happened and all the things that happened to Black people. Even though many people in this world would rather we forget it. Many people in this world even say that we should forget about slavery, forget about segregation, forget about all the racism that used to be in this world and still is in this world today. But forgetting about those things isn't going to help anything. It's not going to help us grow. It's not going to help us learn. It's not going to help us do better.